Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome back in action. This is your brother Abdunura. Remember, we are going to have our classes on daily basis, okay, so that you learn this mathematics of high school. Remember, we are still learning algebraic. We need to have 3 videos, okay. There was the first one I've posted last night. This will be the second one, and of course, God willing, we will have our third one maybe tomorrow or tonight if time and the reasons allowed for us, okay? It is very easy, by the way. What are we going to discuss now? Remember, in our previous class, we have discussed about simplification of algebraic, okay, expressions. Then we are going to see today factorization, okay? Basically, we are going to stress much on factorization of algebraic, okay? Now, to start with that, we are going to discuss about what? About factorization of algebraic. Without wasting time, let me use this one. Okay, let me use this one. Let's go. We have the first one, and this is what we normally call factorization by, let's see that. Okay, factorization by grouping. Okay, factorization by grouping. This is what we are going to discuss, guys, for your information, okay? This is what we will be discussing, okay? Factorization by grouping. So in the examination now, you will not be told factorize by grouping, okay? You will never be told. You'll be told factorize, okay? But now the question here is, will you be using factorization by grouping, or factorization by using GCD and common letter, or factorization by simplification, okay? Those are the 3, okay? In our previous class, we have learned factorization by use of GCD and common letter with a power even. Today we're going to see factorization by grouping as our first concept, okay? Now, without wasting time, this is our example 1, okay? This is our example 1. We are trying to factorize each of the following expressions. Factorize each of the following expressions. Okay, we have nx minus 2n plus 3mx minus 6n, okay? Now, what are we going to do? Okay? What are we going to do now? Let's ask ourselves. How are we going to tackle this kind of question, okay? We are told nx minus 2n plus 3mx minus 6n. Remember, when we are dealing with factorization, basically, when you're solving it by grouping, we need to have 4 quants, okay? In this situation, remember, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 quants, okay? Now, when you have 4 quants, remember, you're going to factorize it by grouping. Just understand that, okay? Now, what are we going to do? Come to the solution. This is what I have. nx minus 2n plus 3mx minus 6m, okay? This is my question. So, now I will consider these 2 as one pair and another pair here, okay? Now, what's the common here? The common letter is what? Is 2. We don't have GCD. The common letter is n. We don't have GCD. So, our n is common here. Now, factor out the common letter, okay? Say n, open the bracket. Now, nx divided by n and n will go. So you are left with x, don't forget that. This is x, friends, okay? This is x minus 2n divided by n is 2. Because n and n will go. Close the bracket. Now come to these 2 again. Do you have GCD? Yes, of course. Our GCD is 3. So we will factor first. We will factor out what? The GCD. Our GCD is 3, don't forget, okay? Let me write it like this, 3. Then what's the common letter? M. Attached to 3, that common letter. First thing is, if you have common GCD, factor it out, okay? Then, if you have also a common letter, attached to that GCD, okay? So that will be the common factor in those quantities, okay? Now, in this situation, 3m is common, okay? Now, what are we going to say? Open the bracket again. 3mx divided by 3m, we are left with x. Why? Because 3 and 3 will go, m and m will go. So we are left with x minus 6m divided by 3m. It's only 2. Why are we saying that? Why are we saying 2? Because m and m will go. 6 divided by 3 is what? Is 2. Close the bracket. Now when you finish this thing, okay, when you finish this one, remember what you are having in the brackets must be the same, okay? If not, what you are doing is wrong, okay? Look here, we have x minus 2, x minus 2. So you must have the same coins in the brackets, okay? In the two brackets. So if what you are having in the brackets are not the same, meaning there's problem with your factorization, okay? Now, and that will help you to grab or to take one of these two. So we will take one of these two. We are going to say x minus 2 in the bracket. Then open a bracket, take these two. So you're going to say 3m plus n. You can also say n plus 3m, but considering the order of alphabet, you're going to say 3m plus n. And this is the final point of our factorization, guys, for your information, okay? It is very welcoming, okay? Very easy. Now let's see this one. Let's see this one. Let's see this one. I hope you're digesting. Okay? One pair, another pair. Get the common. Factor it out, then go ahead with your factorization. Okay? Just understand that for your information. Now, let's go for this one. We have x squared plus xy plus 2x plus 2y. Now let's see this one. We need to factorize this one, okay? What are we going to do again? Remember, we have 4 quants, okay? So we are going to use what you normally call factorization by grouping. Understand me, please. I want you to understand me because I don't want you to suffer when we reach form 2, okay? The quadratic one. Okay, it's there in our videos, okay? It's there in our YouTube channels, okay? If you go to my YouTube channel, I'm sure you're going to get it. But as soon as I'm still complaining because at that time, I never had good camera. So I will be going through also that concept of mathematics, which is quadratic and the most complex area, okay? Now in this situation, again, we're going to say these two and these two. Let them pair, okay? Okay, now, what's common here? X. Remember here you have x squared and this is x alone. We said in our previous class, okay, we said that if you have x alone and x squared, you are going to factor out x alone, okay? So what is our common now? I'll take out this one because it's on here, it's also on here. So x is the common. X squared divided by x is x plus xy divided by x. X and x will go. You are left with y. Understand that, yeah? Very easy. What about here? We don't have common letter here, can't you see? But we have GCD, which is 2. Because we don't have a letter which is here as well as here. So we don't have a common letter, okay? Mathematics is very easy. But we still have what? GCD, which is what? 2. So 2 outside. Open the bracket now. This is 2, yeah, remember. This is 2. 2x divided by 2, 2 and 2 will go. You are left with x plus 2y divided by 2 is y. Okay? Now can't you see what we are having in the bracket? It's just the same, okay? Now then take one of these two. You're going to say x plus y in the bracket. Open the bracket. X plus 2. This is the final answer. So we'll take one of these two and what's outside the bracket, then we are done, okay? Then what? We are done, guys, okay? Now let's see another one. Let's see another one. Let's see another one. I wanted you to see this one. This one is very important, okay? This is our question C. We have 2ab, okay, plus abk, okay, abk minus 2m minus mk. Look at this one, please. This is the point where we are going to stress much. Do you know why? Here we have a negative followed by another negative. But if you go back to our examples, okay, we had here positive followed by negative, or negative followed, positive followed by another positive. So we don't have problem with situations like that. But when you have a negative followed by a positive, or a negative, when you have here negative, anyway, don't worry. When you have negative here, we will have to check, okay, what you're going to factor in. Here we know that between these two, our common is what? Our common is AB. So I'll say AB outside. 2AB divided by AB. AB and AB will cancel. So you're left with it with the 2. Just answer, yeah? you are left with 2. Now plus, now here we'll have k. Understand here? We'll have k because our common letters are AB. So we factor out. We have AB outside. So we're going to say 2AB divided by the common, you are left with 2 plus ABK divided by AB. AB and AB will cancel, you are left with k. Here again now, we know that our common letter is M. But here we have a negative followed by negative. Remember we said if this is negative, factor out the negative of the common letter or GCD. That point must be taken. I'm saying so whenever you have negative here, factor out the negative of the common letter or the negative of the GCD. Okay? Now our common letter is M, so I'll say minus M, open the bracket. I'll factor out the negative of the common. Just understand, please, bear with me here. Now, I will have here, look here, I will have 2 only, which is positive, right? Negative and negative will go, M and M will go. You're left with 2. So here I'll write plus. Do you know why? Negative divided by negative is what? Positive. So I'll say M and M will go again. So I'll have K. Can you see now what I'm having in the brackets are the same, okay? Now what are you going to do? 2 plus K in bracket. Then here, open the bracket. AB minus M. AB minus what? Minus M. Final answer again. Final answer. Please bear witness here. It's very easy. It's very, very easy and very, very welcoming. Let me add for you one more so you don't suffer, guys, okay? Let's see this one. That was C, then this is D. I have a R squared plus AP minus 2R squared minus 2B. Look at this one now. AR squared plus AP before bed minus 2R squared. Okay? Okay. Plus 2B. We say between these two now, we will have what? A as our common letter. So I'll factor out A. Please bear witness here. We have A. So you go to A, open the bracket. AR squared divided by A, you're left with R squared. Plus A and A will go before pair. Now here we say that and if a negative is followed by another negative, factor out the negative, the common. Our common, we don't have common letter here, but we have the GCD. So we're going to say minus 2 because our GCD is 2. So we're going to say minus 2, open the bracket now. Here, negative 2 and negative 2 will go, okay? Just understand. So you're left with what? With R squared, okay? Here, negative divided by negative is plus. So 2 and 2 will go, you're left with B. So you're going to say R squared plus B, taking one of these two quads into A minus 2. Final answer. Okay? This is how we are going to factorize algebraic by grouping it. Okay? This is how we are going to factorize algebraic by grouping. Okay? Then our last concept will be, look at this one. Okay? Factorization by simplification. Okay? This is very easy, I think. Okay? Let's go. Let's go and see this one. The last one, okay? Let's go and see this one, friends. Let's go and see this one. Okay? Let me wrap the whiteboard so that we get enough space, okay? Let's go, guys. Okay? Now here we have simplification by factorization, okay? Okay? We have this one. Simplification by factorization, okay? Simplification by factorization. So you're told, simplify. You see now, they will not tell you. Let's see the first example as well, yeah? This is our example one. This is the part you're missing, okay? You'll be told in the examination to simplify. Then we have this one. RA plus RB divided by MA plus MB. Now, in such situation, you're going to say num, which is numerator, and then which is denominator. So our num in this situation is what? RA plus RB. What's common? R outside, A plus B. So you're done with this one. Okay? Come to this one again, then, which is the now denominator, okay? We have what? MA plus MB. What's common? M outside, A plus B. This divided by this A, here also B. So you're going to say therefore, look here, come here. Therefore, num result divided by their result, which is now in this situation, R open the bracket, M plus B, which is the num result divided by the their result, which is M plus B. Sorry. We have M open the bracket, A plus B. Now cancel these two, so we are left with R over M. So that's the final answer. You see now, this is another situation, okay? Let's see this one. That was A, this will be P, this was A. Our question B is this one. We have AX minus AY plus BX minus BY, total divided by A plus B. Look at this one. A plus B. What are we going to do? Again, we're going to say num, this is num, and this one, then. Now for num, we have AX minus AY plus BX minus BY. Now between these two, our common letter is what? A. Open the bracket. X minus Y. Here, common letter is what? B. Okay? X minus Y. I think I've done this one. Now take one of these two. X minus Y, minus Y into A plus B. So this is the result from num. Just understand here. The result from num. Understand this. It is very easy and very welcome. Okay? Then, you know that our then is what? A plus B. You cannot factorize this further. Therefore, say like this. Therefore, num divided by then, which is now X minus Y into A plus B divided by A plus B. Cancel. So you have X minus Y. That is the final answer, please. Understand? It is very, very, very easy and very, very welcoming. Let me add for you another one so that you don't suffer during our national exam. Let me add this one as C here. We have 2m minus am okay, minus 2y plus ay divided by 2m plus 2y. Please understand this thing, it's very easy. Plus 2y minus am minus ay. Now we know that this is num and this is then. Num means what? Numerator. Now num, come here. Solution. I'll say num. My num is 2m minus am minus 2y plus ay. Okay, now between these two now, we have m as our common letter. Divide now. 2 minus a. Why? 2m divided by m is what? 2 here. Minus m divided by m is m. Now here, what are you going to do? here, and here, what are we going to do? We have a negative followed by positive, so we'll factor out negative as a common. Minus y, open the bracket now, y. Because y is the common letter. So we're going to say 2 minus y, positive divided by negative. Understand please? 2 minus a. So can't you see now that's it? So we're going to say 2 minus a into a minus y. Final answer. Okay? For the now, yeah? Then we'll go for the den. Then, denominator, 2m plus 2y. Please understand. 2y minus am minus ay. So between these two again, we will have a 2. Open the bracket. M plus 2. Between these two, I will have my common letter is a. So minus of that one. Minus a. So it will be m plus y. M plus y. Sorry. Here is m plus y. Why? Because our common is 2. This divided by 2 is y. So I will have m, look here, m plus y, one of these two, open the bracket, 2 minus a. 2 minus a, okay? So what are we going to do? Therefore, say like this, therefore, now result divided by gen. So our number was what? 2 minus a here into m minus y divided by m plus y into 2 minus a. Please understand here. 2 minus a. Now cancel these two. Cancel these two. So you are left with m minus y all over m plus y. Final answer. Very, very easy. Go with me, yeah? I hope you have digested, okay? Remember, this is the second lesson. We will have another lesson of algebraic where you'll be told a father will be 3 times as old as his son in 10 years' time, blah, blah, okay? That's what we're going to discuss in our next session, okay? I hope you are actually disseminating this good information to your brothers and sisters who are serving at home level. Remember, mathematics is very easy, but what matters is, are you grabbing the right information, okay? Until next time, guys, I wish you cheers. But make sure you subscribe this academic YouTube channel and share with your family and friends, okay? And of course, those who are suffering at school. Until next time, I wish you health.